It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. Everton are playing at 8 o'clock tonight. We're recording on a Saturday afternoon, so we're all going to try and have a laugh before the inevitable heartbreak of James Rodriguez, less Everton getting leathered by Chelsea. That might outdate really quick. I hope it does. Anyway, I am joined by last week's winner, Kate Riley-James. Hi, Magna and Michael Blakely are the challengers this week. How is everyone all right?
Good.
Yeah, all good.
Good. Made it here. That's the main thing. I'll start off with the hot topics. We'll get straight into it. Here's the hot topics. I ask 3 questions loosely based on a news story that's cropped up at some point this week. If you know what that news story is, just shout the name of a random Everton player. If you get the news story right, you get a point. It's that simple. But first off this week, as with last week, because it worked so well, everyone gets a point because it's Christmas. And I just want to know your favourite Christmas film. Kate, I'll start with you.
Thanks for the additional point. I feel as if generally the only reason I won last week. But my Christmas film choice isn't the most traditional. Having gone with Wham as my favourite Christmas song of all time. The Family Stone is my favourite Christmas film. All-star cast: Diane Keaton, Dermot Mulrooney, Sarah Jessica Parker, Claire Danes, Rachel McAdam. Loads of eye candy in there either way. And it's kind of bittersweet, but it's just a lovely kind of reflection of if all your family were like Hollywood A-listers basically, and they all fall out, and it's quite funny. And it's lovely. It's got a bit of everything in it, and it's a little bit twingy sad at the end. I really love it. So yeah, it's Family Stone.
Is it set at Christmas?
Yes.
That's fine then.
They all get together at Christmas time, and basically
you watch the Christmas.
No, and then Sarah Jessica Parker is really uptight, but they're like a really homely family, and like she hates it essentially. But it's lovely. It's just lovely, and I think there's probably a representation of everybody that you see at Christmas in one of the characters probably. So it's really nice.
Oh, we got on that. Shai?
It's got to be Die Hard, mate. No other answer. That's it.
We're not going to go down the rabbit hole of debating whether it is or it isn't, because it's set at Christmas, so that'll do. It's a Christmas film. That'll do for me.
No debate, really.
What's that? There's no debate.
There isn't.
Well, it's all fair enough. Yeah. Mike?
Can't elaborate anymore, sorry.
You don't need to. You don't need to. That's the thing. Needs no explanation.
As I says, the correct answer is Die Hard. But I think I'm starting to like the ones aimed at kids this year. The little one's nearly 3, so she's starting to get, her attention span is staying a bit longer. And A Muppet's Christmas Carol is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Gonzo, great role as Charles Dickens. Michael Caine as Scrooge, brilliant, absolutely knocks out the park, loving it. And it's not like I can remember it when I was little, and I thought it was a bit scary. But she's not bothered, not bothered.
Sure,
yeah. Scary with the ghosts.
Yeah, the
door knocker, isn't it?
Yeah, and the yet to come, and the door knocker at the start when it's they're good. And Arthur Christmas, brilliant as well.
Oh, so good that.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I watched that a few years ago.
I feel like I've tripped myself up a bit now. It should be Scrooge, shouldn't it? Scrooge is an absolute classic.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very, very close second for me, because it's just Bill Murray at Christmas time is just yes.
Yeah, it's got everything that on it. I watched last week. I watched The Krampus, which is actually.
I've never seen that.
It's dead funny.
Yeah.
It's about the Krampus, so in Scandinavian countries or Germanic countries, monster that will eat kids who are bad. So you're not just saying if you're good, you'll get a present. If you're bad, you'll get eaten. It's like a threat over there, which seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do to your kids. But yeah, it's good. It is good. So I would recommend that. The kids weren't into it, and then they started watching it. And when you sit there like, no, not bothered, and then they gradually start to take notice. That's what happened there through the whole thing. So everyone gets a point there. There's all good shouts for Christmas films. Now you're all warmed up. Get your Everton players ready. We'll ask the first question from the topics. What have you left until the last minute?
Seamus Coleman. That was just for Laura.
No, you can have that. No more Seamus Coleman's though. Okay, you can have that.
I'm assuming this is to do with that, completely unimportant Brexit deal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the first time I've ever gotten one of these right.
That's the first time you've ever got a hot topic right, and you're a
Ever?
journalist. Wow.
Yeah. I don't really. Now I'm going to have to sound like Dennis Waterman. I don't write the news. I don't read the news. I write the news.
You are the news. That's the thing.
I sing the theme tune. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Brexit.
It
When I'm
is.
left at the last minute, this is quite really because like everything in life, I leave to the last minute. I was late coming into Mailbag, for God's sake.
Oh yeah,
It's a way of life.
started late wasn't because of me. Because Kate.
It was my fault. I definitely am like a seat in me pants kind of girl. Everything is last minute. I can't even say that I'm not like perpetually late for things because I am. But yeah, I'm always on time for work and stuff. And I've never ever picked the kids up late. So I suppose it's just priorities really, which is a bit crap because I'm always late on like dates and stuff and see me friends. And people who know will just go, it's fine. It's who she is. It's what she does. But yeah, just everything. I leave everything to the last minute.
Yeah, I fully sympathise with that. Mike?
It's similar, really. My wife calls me manana. You know, there's nothing I won't put on till tomorrow. Big or small. You know, have you got your mum's Christmas present yet? I'm just between. I'll sort it tomorrow. And you know, I think, you know, I think I've always done it. You know, going back to school, uni, like revision times, I was always like last minute for assignments and stuff. And you know, it's done me all right. So I don't think I should change really. But I'm sure at some point something massive is going to go wrong, and it's because I couldn't be bothered and I'll leave till tomorrow.
Go wrong.
Yeah,
it's one of them where you think you'll eventually grow out of it, but you actually never do.
No,
That's all. I was the same at uni.
Yeah. It's like I'm 36 now, and I've got away with it for 36 years, so let's try it for 36.
Shy?
I'm exactly the same as Kate. I last minute time. It's why bother preparing? Just get on with it, don't you? But I'm always late for stuff as well. But I like to use the Gandalf line from Lord of the Rings. Simon never is late. He always turns up exactly when he means to.
Do any of you see this? We all share like this common kind of like, you know, whatever kind of blasé approach to life and turning up for stuff. Do you ever wonder like how much better stuff would be if we did actually plan though? If you ever just sit there and just think, oh, this could have been like actually better, you know, if I'd have put a bit of effort in.
So the only thing I don't really leave till the last minute is like Christmas shopping, purely because like I'd end up like killing myself if I left it like the kids' Christmas presents or something like that, and then they ended up with crap, and I just feel awful then. I prepare for Christmas. My brother gets his birthday present like 2 months after his birthday.
Well, it's just when you can turn up and see him, isn't it? I have noticed this Christmas though, it's like it's going back to like Buzz Lightyear Christmases. The shops are running out of everything.
Yeah.
PS5 gone. I was looking to get the kids one. The child off the Mandalorian, a little stress toy, sold out. Everything's gone, and it's dead annoying. So you can't really leave Christmas shopping. Although I have done a lot of Christmas Eve, Christmas shopping in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's not even like that. That's not necessarily even like bigging up your organisation skills there. That's just like blatant consumerism, isn't it? You've got to get in early for some stuff. And when it's like, you know, the wow present, you do because it is a priority. But it is this year in particular, obviously, you know, like kind of supply and demand must be really odd, you know, to look at because like unless you can order it online, you know, well, there are no queues outside kind of showing you, you know, what's the must have. Oh, my God, talk about being a journalist and knowing what's going on in the news. People genuinely decide in the media in July what will be the must have gift this year. So don't think that you've actually got any choice in it. You know, the subliminal messaging starts way early on, which is why it's always like the, you know, the rush and stuff. It's awful, really, but it's who we are, isn't it?
Back in the day, I used to work in Woolies, and so I used to work on the toy section of Woolies. So we'd get all the toys in around July, August time. That was when like the Christmas stock would come in. But yeah, we used to do. Back then, used to be me Christmas Eve shopping. So like the week before Christmas, we'd work 12-hour shifts through the night, just because it was proper busy. That was like proper Christmas back then, wasn't it? It was busy, so we'd be in there 12 hours a night, and And then the last shift was Christmas Eve. So I remember finishing at like 9 o'clock Christmas Eve morning, going straight to Birkenhead. Well, we were in Birkenhead, so going to the shops and getting the family gifts, and then going straight to
Did the lot in one go.
straight to the pub when the pub's in.
Boxed off by 2 o'clock. Pub jobs are good. People being late though. People being early doing me head in. Do you know?
Yeah.
You know someone's picking you up or something, and you're getting ready to go out. Who remembers going out? But when we used to go out, if you like, someone said, "I'll get you at 7," and you turn up at 10 to, it's like, come on, why? That makes
You're just going to meet. All you're going to do is sit in the car. So
Yeah.
It's last minute though. I think I need the pressure to perform. That's why. That's why.
That's going in the
the pressure to perform. Oh, jeez, Mike, really?
You need the additional pressure of 2,000 Evertonians getting on your back for Yerry Mina to be a defender.
Oh God, that's interesting. Do you know what? That's actually we'll come on to that. But it has blown my mind that Everton have contrived to give people obstructed views when there's 2,000.
It's disgusting.
They're just knobheads, aren't they?
It's not right.
Some things never change.
But it's Everton.
That Bill Kenwright gift's amazing, isn't it? Right, next one. What's your best dance move?
House Thompson.
Thompson. Go ahead, decide what news story is this?
I thought it was just answering a question. I forgot.
You don't get a point for that. Cheating.
You have a guess then?
Pass.
Anyone?
Tim Cahill.
Go ahead.
Is this something to do with Strictly?
No.
Oh, balls.
Mason Holgate.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I reckon everyone should just shout out a random name. Anyway.
Yeah. Is it political?
No.
Oh, right.
I mean, no, sort of, but no.
I don't know then. Don't know.
It's the news that Matt Barry actually broke this to me on Twitter. He's a very reliable news source, by the way. Breakdancing to become an Olympic sport.
Oh, totally knew this.
Come on. So it kind of is political because the Olympics always is. But yeah, breakdancing to become an Olympic sport. I always do a headspin as a kid. Never could though. I bet you Matt could. He was fully into it, wasn't he? He was saying one mailbag, he had the lino and everything.
Did he?
Yes, he was.
Is it Matt Jones?
No, Matt Barry.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
No,
that's
Jones
slightly more surprising.
Matt Jones was just an Olympic standard swimmer, but that's another story as well.
Mm.
Right, go ahead then, Si. You went in first, so what's your best move, lad?
Running Man. Can't go wrong with the Running Man.
Do you want to take your headphones off and show us, or would that be too much?
No. That'd be too much for my hungover brain right now.
Fair enough. All right, we'll leave that till the inevitable night out at some point in the future. Kate?
Oh, do you know, if I could recreate anything, I don't know whether you'll have seen it. It reminded me of Strictly when I saw the question. Did anybody see Alex Scott do the Charleston to pump up the jam on Strictly last year? It was literally outstanding, more so because they've obviously reimagined an iconic, I'm going to say 90s track. Did it swerve it in the 80s when it was released, or was it 90s?
I thought 80s.
Could have been late, could have been
Yeah.
like about 89. I was in high school at the time.
But I was on holiday in Tenerife the first time I ever heard it. I was about 9. And it was amazing. But Alex Scott absolutely knocked it out of the park. It was one of the most phenomenal Strictly dances I've ever seen. So I may or may not have recreated it with Cleo at some point. It was boss. There is no video evidence.
So according to Google, Crazy Frog have done a version of Pump Up the Jam as well.
Oh no.
No one needs to hear that.
Could this year have got any more 2020? Yeah.
That'll be Christmas number 1, and then the year is.
Oh, stop. No.
Mike, what's your dance move, lad?
I'm more of a stander and a nod head. Yeah, at a gig it's more of a bit more intense. But
Yeah.
maybe even go to a foot stamp.
Maybe a tap.
Naughty foot stamp, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I had you down as a bit of a pointer, to be fair.
Yeah, but if you're getting a bit drunker, that can very quickly turn into the dance floor dance. You know.
Oh, nice.
So, depends on. Yeah, I am a bit of a pointer. You're right, actually. I am a bit of a pointer.
Thought you were.
Yeah.
There's certain songs that can trigger that dance, though, aren't there? The dance floor songs. There's only certain songs that can.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to give it to Si because I need to see this Running Man dance at some point. And I feel if I give him a point for it, he's got to then show me his Running Man dance.
Blue Room Christmas Night Out 2021.
That is only fair. Right, that is the end of Hot Topics. And Kate's on 3, Si's on 3, Mike's on 2. All to play for as we enter what could be a very short. Jack asked what you're up to tonight. The fact that the Toffees kick off on 8 o'clock, I think, is the basis for this question because he probably won't be watching them. Mike, what are you doing tonight?
Bit of dinner, watch the match, yeah.
Watching a match.
Yeah. Oh well, see how it goes. Like might only be the first 20 minutes, but we'll see.
It's got such bad potential, this game, hasn't it? It really has. Kate?
I was planning on watching. I'm currently up to season 2 of The Bridge, as in the Scandi Noir Bridge, on BBC iPlayer. And I was planning, because it's subtitled, it takes like proper concentration, and you can only get through 2 hour-long episodes without falling asleep. But apparently he doesn't want to go to the game, so he's like, "I'll just come over to yours and watch it." So now I'm going to have to watch the game. But I might just do keep my headphones in, like I'm podcasting, and just watch The Bridge while he watches the game. Sneaky Charlie.
We watched The Bridge. It was brilliant. What we were lying in bed watching it. Obviously, you say the subtitles. And before I could even think of what I said, I went, "Just turn it up a bit."
I expect the subtitles.
Well, because neither the Danish nor the Swedish was loud enough. The characters, like, if anybody, sorry, Les, go on.
No, go ahead.
If anybody's looking for a season, a series to get into, if you're into like crime drama, that type of thing, I wasn't sure whether it was for me. I love the likes of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and that type of thing, the whole kind of Scandi vibe to it. And that got me onto it, and he just said the only thing is with watching The Bridge is that every episode makes you feel cold. It looks like it's filmed in the coldest place in the entire world. And then we had a big Barney because we fell out about what colour the vintage Porsche is that the main character drives, which resulted in a Twitter poll. It got that heated. But it's just so incredibly well written, and that you can't help but again kind of like dial into various character traits and stuff. It's really compelling. I never thought I'd be the type of person who'd watch stuff that was subtitled. It always felt a bit kind of Tory behaviour, but it's actually boss. So yeah, watch The Bridge, BBC iPlayer.
Lots of good outerwear in it as well, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, like coats galore, all the coats. And Sega, who plays the maid, like the female role in it, who's absolutely incredible, just decides that like if a t-shirt smells a bit funny in the middle of the police station, she just whips it off and puts another one on, which seems to go down the storm. So yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to recommend Spiral as well. French.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this
drama. It's on BBC4 at the minute. It's all on iPlayer. It's amazing. I'm 3 episodes in. I've been wanting to watch it for years. It's amazing. The only bad thing about it, I think it was filmed like 2005, the first series. Everyone is wearing absolutely terrible jeans. It's horrific boot cut, pavement scuffed. Oh,
yeah,
it's terrible. Yeah. But the program's brilliant.
The baggy stage, yeah.
Yeah, just amazing. Like awful.
Nothing's really changed in the last 15 years. Everything's just got a little bit tighter. You know?
I mean, do you know, I seem to find now that young lads don't know how to wear jeans at all. They're too tight and halfway up the leg. I mean, I know this makes me sound like a bit of a daddy, but when you see like young lads who are quite big and got really tight shirts on and really tight kecks halfway up the leg and no socks and a pair of loafers, fucking in kids. Yeah, you can get close to fit you, you know. I'm just made up mine. I just wear black trackies, standard issue North Face kid, man. Sai, what you up to tonight?
Need to figure out some form of hangover, food, maybe play a bit of Call of Duty, watch The Mandalorian, I don't know.
So we're completely in your state, mate.
Well, I'll give it a go, but it's, I mean, the last couple of games have been pretty woeful, haven't they? So,
yeah,
might not last past the first half, but see what happens.
As Mike said, we're making the first 20 minutes, aren't we? And then we're all bailing.
Yeah.
They might pull one out of the bag and really surprise us and roll back the weeks to like September Everton.
Roll back the weeks.
Frickin' draw at Burnley but beat Chelsea. That's the most Everton ever.
Yeah, that's how these things work, isn't it?
We'll know at 7 o'clock when he goes for the Walter Smith 4 centre across the back. We'll know. So, all right.
Fully expecting that. Oh my God. Right, Dave's asked if you got a ticket for the historic game tonight, but it was an obstructed view and James wasn't playing, what is your level of anger? I'm going to start off here with a relatively mild fuck off Osman level of anger. Starting point, okay. Mike, how would you be?
Well, I don't know. They've obviously got to use that stand, haven't they, for social distancing reasons, but I don't know, I'd be pretty pissed off. But where we sit, it's sort of got a pole anyway. That we sit in the lower Bullens in the paddock. So there's you look towards the park end, it's blocked anyway. So it might just be a home from home for me. So I'll be all right. But I think people are more angry because James isn't playing and we're going to get battered and I've got a post in front of me. But yeah.
And it's freezing. And there's
I'd be more
for an hour.
I'd be more fuck you, Osman. So a level up, I'd say.
Yeah, I know they've only got certain stands that you can use, but I don't know why they didn't use you could have off the park end and use that, because this is something the Reds did really well, I thought, last week. They lashed everyone in the cup by the look of it, didn't they? So they had everyone together where you can generate some. No one's making any noise in the top balcony. Even no one's going to hear them. In the top balcony, no one can hear you scream.
I don't understand why is it only why have they got to do it for social distancing? Surely something like the main stand would be the worst stand for social distancing.
It's the Bullens is the worst apparently because the concourse is so small. But I suppose when you go in, there's 1,000 people there, and there'd be 500. There'd be loads of space, wouldn't there? I don't know.
But I mean, it's is it 2,000 fans were allowed in?
Yeah.
Split across, the lower street, the paddock, and the park end. It's weird.
I think they're keeping the park end free because that's where the away team go, don't they? So their changing rooms in the park end car park, and that's where the coach will go. But you could still cordon it off and use half of it. There'd be no reason.
Park end ours up for more time moving about. Then I'm not even in my seats.
That won't be me. I'm not in my seat. This is rubbish. Don't want it now. Sai, what would your level of anger be?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, mate. But my Everton cynicism is at an all-time high, isn't it? So it should be typical. I'd be I don't think I'd get angry. I'd just be yeah, okay, fair fucks.
you just passed any level of anger now.
Yeah, it's
kind of peaked and burnt out here.
Yeah, it's gone. It's just that's Everton. That's Everton.
Go on, Mike. What was it?
It's settled, but it's Everton.
That is the title. It's settled, but it's Everton. Kate, how angry would you be?
I'd go as far as I'd be off the scale 100%. So I'd go as far as hashtag Carlo out. That's how angry I'd be.
Chucking main stand cushions angry.
I mean, I main stand anyway. But the one thing that doesn't deter me that I love the night games, I love going through the winter, is that I'm not cold because we're all crammed in like sardines and we're all fucking fuming together. That's what keeps me going. That's what fuels the fire. Going when there's only 2,000 of us, 20 seats away from the next person who should be literally thigh to thigh keeping me warm while I'm shouting obscenities at other people. And no snacks, no even mediocre. No, not in. Sorry, no. It's all Carlo's fault. Get him out. Me and Danny Murphy like this.
Isn't it cool that David Moyes is above us though? Is he still above?
We don't say it never happened.
It's this season just It needs to do one already. We should have stopped it weeks ago.
Null and void.
Yeah. What's that?
Null and void. Null and void.
Go for it. Stop it now. Got a question from Kate Riley James. There's no points in that one. That was all just for fun. Question from Kate Riley James. What's an absolute deal breaker when it comes to a potential partner? What couldn't you live with? Okay, this is a safe space. If you want to get anything off your chest, feel free. No one listens anyway.
Does anybody want to know the news story behind this?
This isn't a news story.
I know it is because it's my question.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead,
I'll tell you what it is. The news story is the fact that men don't know how to conduct themselves on dating apps. Congratulations. I'll open the floor up to you three.
On dating apps? Did you
say? Colour me shocked. You mean men on dating apps aren't like bastions of social etiquette or anything, though?
Apparently not. No, I don't. This is not first-hand experience. Very happy, very content over here, apart from having to watch the game tonight. But I've seen some absolute shockers recently, and it's just I just wondered, like, what is the absolute bottom line that, like, had you were meeting your current or or whatever partner that there's an absolute no-go for you. No, and I'll tell you straight, for me, it's dirty shoes. I couldn't possibly date somebody who thinks it's all right to wear shoes that are dirty.
What about a pair of worn-in Converse?
There's worn in and there's dirty.
Okay, so like smelly, dirty.
Just like caked in shite.
Okay.
It's vile. Yeah. I love the way there was like a proper tumbleweed moment for there. Can you edit in like a tumbleweed moment in between?
I got the exact.
Which like, what are you on about? I'm perfect.
We're all making mental notes to clean our shoes.
Just clean your damn shoes.
I'm looking at mine here, going to like.
Mate, you've got a fur coat and stuff going on. You're fine.
Kate wouldn't even be looking at your shoes in that coat.
Yeah.
No. Definitely no. Go on, what's the absolute bottom line then?
Go ahead, Michael, come to you.
Sorry.
Fair. Absolutely good.
Nice.
And almost, I don't know, so I don't know, because there's some in this city as well, but the worst ones that the Labour voters who, I'll never vote Tory, me, but the views and outlook on life are Tory. I'm all right, Jack. Everything's all right.
Yeah.
It's all their fault. Oh no, but I vote Labour. It's like, no, well, yeah, you may well do, but your views on life are Tory, and I don't want you. Get out.
I'm fully on board with that, mate. 100%.
Nice.
See, also anyone who lent the Tories the vote in the last election because they couldn't. Jesus. Anyway, let's not pull at that thread, else we'll all be human even more than if you've got a ticket for the game tonight. Sai, what's your deal breaker?
Probably in a true 2020 theme, these cosmic Scousers that are like, into, let's just like burn some sage to get rid of COVID and,
anti-vaxxers.
But they always seem to be like, at the same time, they seem to be these like social media Instagram influencers as well, who just don't have a job. And, they're earning millions of pounds a month by just posting crap on Instagram. Get in the real world. I don't know. Yeah. So cosmic Scousers who post shite on Instagram.
Basically, if the girl of your dreams turned up and she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm Simon Masone, it's out. You're out. You go." Yeah. Which is perfectly reasonable. Tough shout this, but I'll have to give it to Mike. It's more all-encompassing. Although cosmic Scousers are bad whoppers. I think Mike's Tory. So it's bad to say, but it would be really difficult, wouldn't it, to live with?
Because surely you'd be a polar opposite, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You can get on, like the missus is a Liverpool fan. We can get by that, but when your like actual outlook on life is completely opposite, you're not going to work, is it? Not going to work.
Yeah.
I've just realised I've just totally done myself out of a point there as well because I asked the question.
Why?
Because how am I going to gain a point off that question?
You said lads on dating apps.
If dirty shoes are the sort of you know, more of a deal breaker than actual Tories, then you would have got the point.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I mean, a Cosmic Scouse Tory with dirty shoes now. Get about it. Foxy's asked, he watched Scrooge the other night with the kids, and it made him wonder, have you ever seen a ghost? So we'll do that first part, just yes or no, Mike.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Si?
I don't believe in them, so I saw something, but I don't believe it was a ghost.
I was going to say, you have, haven't you? Yes, I has.
So, do you want the story?
Go on, we might as well. Quickly, Kate, yes or no?
No, get on with the tie.
Go on, Si.
So, driving down back when we were like young with a newly minted driving license and a shitty old car, and we were driving down to Park 8 in the middle of the night. And there was about 4 of us in the car, and if you know sort of the road down to Park 8, it's middle nowhere, no lights.
Very windy.
Yeah. So driving around, all of a sudden, none of us under any kind of influence, by the way, all stone cold sober. But something is in the middle of the road, and we all shit ourselves, and the driver slams on the brakes, and it just like goes across and then goes up, and we were all like, "What the hell was that?" We all shit ourselves, turned around and come back, but don't think it was a ghost, but that we were like, oh,
Was
probably the closest. No, it
an unclaimed swan?
it didn't look solid.
Okay. Right, you're going to get a point for having actually seen a ghost. So the other part of the question now, and I'll come to you again on this side. If you were a ghost, how would you use your ghostly powers? Probably need to settle on what ghostly powers are, but we'll just go with it.
Oh, I'd go and terrorise some Cosmic Scousers, mate. Dirty shoes. Who were Tories?
Crystals. Crystals lashed at you.
You would though, because they'd be the ones that obviously believed in you. So you just go and terrorise them.
Yeah. The ghost of 5G past.
Get a proper job. Get off Instagram. Make something of your life.
I love that. You would use your ghostly powers to tell Cosmic Scousers to go and get a job.
To give like careers advice.
Okay, that was the career ghost back.
Fuck off, I don't want to do an apprenticeship.
You sound like me dad.
Speaking of careers advice, we're talking to a couple of mates the other day, and we were talking about the careers advice we had in school. I went in telling them I wanted to be a cartoonist, came out convinced I needed to be a teacher or a policeman. Don't know that happens. Talk about like stamping on your dreams right there and then.
I had like a similar experience. I wanted I lived in a dream world when I was a kid, and I went into career advice, and they said, "Oh, what you want to be?" And I was like, "Oh, I want to be a fighter pilot. Love Top Gun and like all that sort of jazz." And he just turned around and said, "Well, you're not bright enough to be a fighter pilot, are you?" And I was like, "Wow!" Like I came out proper heartbroken. Like, what? How'd you deal with that as like a 13-year-old kid?
Did you call him Goose when you walked in?
Call me Maverick.
I feel as if like if you went in and you kind of made out that like he was Goose and you were Maverick, you might have pissed on your chips a bit early, mate.
Yeah, he went in with a volleyball under his arm and just a pair of Speedos on. That was the problem. Kate, how would you use your ghostly powers?
Oh, I'd be annoying as hell. I'm already annoying as hell anyway, and I think it's dead funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't tend to like hold grudges very much. There's probably like one ex in particular that I would have a field day with. But that's pretty much it. I think the rest of the time I'd just like float about, like trying on clothes and stuff that I still couldn't afford, despite the fact I was dead. You know, just getting in the front of the queue at size on Bold Street when there's a new release. Yeah, that's everything.
Mike, I think Kate's just admitted that if she was a ghost, she would haunt your room you're in now, basically.
Oh, I'd have all of those coats on.
At the same time.
Marley.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and not watching it, if it ever sees the light of day on YouTube, Mike is sat in front of his wife's wardrobe, dressing room, as it were, and the girl has got taste.
I don't know, it's his wife's. We haven't established.
Well, we're alluding to the fact, but there is a seriously beautiful fur coat going on there as well. So yeah.
I've lost out in this space, and mine's just this little bit over here.
You know, this is what I've got 3 drawers and half a wardrobe compared to about 6 drawers and half a wardrobe and another half wardrobe again. That's like 3 halves, which doesn't make any sense. I get water. Maths was never my strong point. Mike, how did you use your ghostly powers apart from maybe teaching me maths?
I think you've just got to be dead annoying, haven't you? You've just got to be dead annoying. Like moving stuff, and I mean, you've got to decide early doors if you're going to be a friendly ghost or a really dangerous kind of guy. So I think I go for the latter. So yeah, just terrorizing people, really. Not like people I know, just random.
Oh, nice.
Would you would you stay in a specific house, like, and make like this big house haunted, so it was like that famous?
Ah.
And people would come to see you then, wouldn't they?
Get a bit of notoriety, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, when you can't be arsed with people in your house, no one's in your house.
Listen, with your dirty shoes, we told you, don't be coming round just because I'm dead. No need.
Yeah.
I watched an amazing. Has anybody seen BuzzFeed Unsolved? Right, Aurelie forced me to watch this random BuzzFeed Unsolved. It's on YouTube the other day, and I can't think of a stupid name now. Oh, there was this, anyway. You'll find it. Go Google it. There's this woman in the States, and she started off with in the 1800s with like an 8-room house, and she married into the family that made the most famous rifle in the States. So it'll have a very famous name that I can't remember right now. But she was told by a clairvoyant after her husband died and she inherited 50% of the company, so she was proper rich, that if she stopped building or remodeling on the house, right, that the spirits that took her husband would come and get her. So now the house is super famous, right? Aurelie's like, it was boss. But it's like a weird, it looks like something out of Alton Towers. It's like a weird mansion, and at one point there were like 500 rooms, but like doors open to nothing. And staircases just build into the ceiling, because she was absolutely convinced that if she stopped until the day she died, which happened to be in the house as well, so it's defo haunted, that the bad spirits would come and get her. So apparently she was building mazes so that the spirits couldn't get her in the house.
That's awesome.
Legend.
That's amazing. What's it called?
And this is the best bit: she had a seance room built in the house, and it was called the Blue Room.
Oh.
I don't like them.
Some nice circularity to that, isn't it? I like that.
How amazing is that, though? The seance room was called the Blue Room.
There is a boss episode of the X-Files set at Christmas. It's on like Christmas Eve, where every year at Christmas Eve, this old couple come back and haunt the house. And obviously, it's like Mulder and Scully just set in this house. It's really good if you're into that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I miss the X-Files. I haven't seen it for years and years and years.
I wish it was on Netflix or something.
I know. I was thinking.
I know. Yeah, surprised it's not.
It's on Prime.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rewatched up to like series 7 a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, boss. Did anybody used to watch The Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Nah.
That was brilliant.
It was weird.
That was a proper milk brilliant, that one. In the world, fantastic.
I think on that question there, I'm going to have to give it to the annoying ghosts, of which there were 2. Because you both said you'd just be dead annoying. Which means at the end of that round, everyone's on 4 points.
Oh, this is crap.
This is crazy. It's crazy. That's just how it works.
This time last week, I was winning. You should all know that.
You were, actually, yeah. There was also a bit of controversy about the unclaimed swans. But
there was.
That's another story, really. Go back and listen to the Unclaimed Swans episode around the true or false thing. It's a controversial topic. The Queen as well. So we go into the true or false round. All to play for here. If I ask a question, you tell me if it's true or false by giving me a T sign for true or false sign, which is sideways V. For false, I will go now. So, the first one, you're more likely to get a computer virus from visiting religious sites than porn sites. Three trues. How many religious sites have you visited in the last week? Won't ask anymore. If a penny was dropped on your head from the top of the Empire State Building, yeah, true or false?
What was the question? Sorry, you broke up.
Oh, sorry. If a penny was dropped on your head from the top of the Empire State Building, it will kill you. Three truths again. And final one. Candy floss was invented by a dentist.
Oh God, I hope that's true.
Probably.
What a guy. Keeping himself in business, isn't he?
This is true. False. False for Mike, false for Si. So the first one, you are more likely to get a computer virus from visiting religious sites than porn sites. That's a point each. Apparently.
I genuinely thought you meant at first, like, if you go to church, you'll get a computer virus. I didn't realise you meant like...
like religious sites instead of a website. An old Indian burial ground or something.
I'm so sorry. I got it right.
When I said porn sites, you didn't automatically think like a sticky comment in a hotel room, no?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh.
No, I keep dropping my laptop because I'm plugged in. Sorry.
The story behind this, according to research from security firm Symantec, religious websites carry 3 times more malware threats than pornography sites. Symantec found the average number of security threats on religious sites was around 115, compared to adult content sites, which carried around 25. So, crack on with your safe cyber sex, guys. If a penny was dropped on your head from the top of the Empire State Building, it will kill you. That's false. I'm afraid terminal velocity of a penny is 30 to 50 mile an hour, so it would hurt. It wouldn't kill you.
But you couldn't say that. You don't know that I haven't got underlying health issues.
I'll just say, you've got a normal skull.
You should be inside then, not going the Empire
What's
State.
What's a normal skull? I feel as if I'm like
one that's not going to cave in if a penny's dropped on it, let's say.
Well, you don't know that, so that's not necessarily true. Controversial again with the true or false.
Everyone got that wrong anyway.
Right.
I want me free swan.
It's at all times, though. Just in case. And candy floss was invented by dentist. It was dentist William Morrison and confectioner John C. Wharton invented machine-spun cotton candy in 1897. It was first introduced at the 1904 World's Fair as fairy floss, which
amazing.
Too tight and they go up your bum. Anyway, that means in an absolutely crazy turn of events, that means Kate's won again.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, you pulled out on the true or false round.
And I genuinely thought that you got a virus by going to church. This is amazing.
You should be disqualified just for that.
Hello.
You must feel really stupid, by the way, if I just won.
Like, Si, you've just been beaten by that there.
Oh, this is great. Can I have that? Am I getting the fur coat or a swan this week? Either way.
Get an unclaimed swan in a fur coat.
Amazing.
With a pair of dirty trainers on.
Ugh.
That's it for Mailbag this week. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Si. Thanks, Kate. Kate back next week then to try and make it your third.
Go ahead, why not?
That's right. Quick score predictions, although that'll totally be out of date by the time this goes live. But go ahead. What are we going to say, Mike?
An optimistic 1-1.
Si?
2-1, Mighty Blues.
Kate?
Oh, 2-1 Chelsea.
4-1 to Chelsea. I'm putting it out there. I'm not confident at all. Cheers. Cheers, Kate. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. We will catch you next time on Mailbag. Have a good weekend. Up the toffees.